Hello, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some Life is Strange. And here's a content warning. This game, from the age rating that I've seen, I haven't seen any gameplay though, but I'm just going off of what the age rating says. This game does feature sexual violence, drugs, and violence. Like regular violence. So if you're sensitive to any of that stuff, I would click off the series, you know, because I don't want anyone to, get mad at me for that. So might as well give that a content warning now before I forget later. But that's just going off of what the age rating is telling me. But yeah, I'm gonna have to turn off the mic. Okay, I'm back. Which there's like, I have like the prequel to this game and the sequel, but I don't have the episodes required for Life is Strange 2 and for Before the Storm. But I do have the first episodes of both games.
Where am I? What's happening? I'm trapped in a storm? How did I get here? And where is here? Wait, there's the lighthouse. I'll be safe if I can make it there. I hope. Please let me make it there.
Wait, is this supposed to be episode 5? I don't know if this is supposed to be episode 5 or whatever, since I've never even seen any gameplay or played the game. So I honestly don't know. Like, all I know is that there's supposed to be a storm in this game, which is kind of a big clue, since the prequel game is called Before the Storm. And that one of the endings is like really terribly written, and all just depends on morals that literally make no sense.
Holy shit.
Like, it's basically just saying, it's like the question, would you let this train run over one person or the lives of many? Or a similar question to that. That's basically, like, that's all I know about the ending. Or at least that storm.
That was so surreal.
But there's also time manipulation.
Pieces of time. But he could be talking about photography, as he likely was.
Okay, I'm in class. Everything's cool. I'm okay.
From light to shadow. From color to chiaroscuro. Now, can you give me an example of a photographer who perfectly captured the human condition in black
I
and
didn't
white?
fall asleep, and that sure didn't feel like a dream.
Bueller?
Weird.
Diane Arbus.
There you go, Victoria.
Look at this crap. How can I show this to Mr. Jefferson?
Why Arbus?
I can hear the class laughing
Because
at
of
me
her images
now.
of hopeless faces. You feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those sad mothers and children.
She saw humanity as tortured, right?
I haven't kept up with my journal as much as I should. If anybody else looked at this, what would they think?
Keep
You know
that
what?
to
I
yourself.
honestly don't know much about the
Seriously,
lore
though,
of this game.
I could frame any one of you in a dark corner.
My little camera bag is
Capture
battered, but
a
still
moment of
kicking.
desperation. And any one of you could do that to me.
Never getting the chance to
Isn't
play
that too
itself.
I can't believe I still have this pencil case. I should upgrade to the 21st century.
Capture people at
I
the
do
height
love my
of
analog
their
camera.
beauty or innocence.
I should take a quick picture now.
So, she could have taken another approach. Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift. Of course, as you all know, the photo portrait has been popular since the early 1800s. Your generation was not the first to use images for selfie expression. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The point remains that the portraiture has always been a vital aspect of art.
Just
and
from what I've
photography
seen in
for
this
as
game, there's a
long
lot
as it's
of
been
poor
around.
decisions. Like
Now, Max,
blue-haired girl that's
since
mentioned
you've captured our
that I've
interest
heard
and clearly
about.
want to
I don't
join the
remember.
conversation, can you please Tell us the name of the process
Like,
that gave
she's
birth
literally
to
the
first
worst written
self-portraits.
character in the game.
I did know, but I kind of forgot.
You either know this or not, Max. Is there anybody here who knows their stuff?
Louis Daguerre was a French painter who created daguerreotypes, a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
Very good, Victoria. The Daguerrean process brought out fine detail in people's faces, making them extremely popular from the 1800s
I haven't
on.
kept up with my journal as much as I should. If anybody else looked at this, what would they think?
And I'm just trying to skip through the pages as much as possible.
Daguerreotype self-portrait was done by Robert Cornelius. You can find out all about him in your textbook, or even online.
Oh,
Guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world. It's great exposure, and it can kickstart a career in photography. So Stella and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry, too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
But like, something that I hate with how certain women talk is like how they sound
Boy,
like,
it doesn't waste
oh,
a
like a
second kissing
stereotypical
ass.
teenager from the
Submitting
80s.
your photo for the competition.
That's something that I utterly
I
can't
see you,
stand.
Max
Like, just,
Caulfield. Don't even think about leaving here until we talk about your entry.
like, why not just talk to like a normal person?
I'd never let one of photography's future stars avoid handing in her picture.
I mean, like, still,
I didn't have any time.
I don't
Way
care.
too much homework.
Like, that's obviously
Max,
a put-on
you're a better
voice.
photographer than a liar. Now, I know it's a drag to hear some old dude lecture you, but life
That's
won't wait for you
obviously
to play
supposed to be
catch up.
put
You're
on.
young, the world is yours, blah, 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 right? But you do have a gift. You have the fever to take images, to frame the world only the way you envision it. Now, all you need is the courage to share your gift with others. And that's what separates the artist from the amateur.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You didn't tell me how cute I looked yet.
I was about to.
feel like you have to
You
Welcome to the real world.
just cute.
hot.
Then I might send you a special picture.
Because Max wants everybody to see how good she is.
I'm not paying $150.
He plays it so sharp.
I need a serious timeout in the bathroom. Splash water on my face and make sure I don't look like a total loser.
I hate that class. It's so fucking
Yeah, they're
boring.
Square Enix. Heck, I thought this, like, just from what I've seen in this game before I knew it was made by Square Enix, I thought it was a Telltale game, just from how similar they looked. Like, judging by how you would hear the game and how it would be talked about, you would think that it would be a Telltale game. Considering Telltale games is, like, their main gimmick is choice-based games. Like, that's literally their main gimmick. So, and Square Enix is more known for their RPGs. So, yeah, I can easily see the confusion there.
American girls, it's sad to imagine a world without you. American girls, I'd like to be part of the
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to.
around you.
I'm just gonna.
In a car
I don't know if I should go in here or not.
watching the world
I guess that's the only way to, you know, get to a point
Empty.
where I
Good.
can to.
Nobody can see
For
my
the video.
meltdown. Except for me.
I just feel so wrong going in here. Especially in
relax.
high school.
Stop
That just makes
torturing
me even.
yourself.
That just makes me feel even
Have a
worse,
gift.
considering I'm an adult. You know? It's something that I hate. It's like how people use the term freshly 18. Like it's like that crap matters.
When a door closes, a
Like,
window opens.
Being, no matter how far,
Something like that.
no matter how far past, your 18th
Okay,
birthday
girl,
you
don't
are,
get a photo op like
you are
this every
still
day.
an adult. And yet they try to use it for for any situation. Like being freshly 18 doesn't matter for anything. Like you are still an adult then. It doesn't matter how far past your 18th birthday you are. You are like the only time it should matter for your age is whenever you're under the age of 18.
It's cool, Nathan.
Like if you're before your 18th.
Don't stress. You're okay, bro. Just count to 3. Don't be scared. You own this school. If I wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss.
That's kind of
So
creepy.
what do you want?
I hope you check the perimeter, as my step-ass would say. Now, let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong. You got hella cash.
That's my family, not me.
Oh, boo-hoo, poor little rich kid. I know you've been pumping drugs and shit to kids around here. I bet your respectable family would help me out if I went to them. Man, I can see the headlines now.
Leave them out of this bitch.
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that?
Okay, what the
are you
heck is
doing?
this dialogue?
Come on, put that thing down!
Ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me.
Yep,
You're
you can
going
tell
to
this
get
is
in
an
hella
American
more
school.
trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
You can tell that this is an American school. And what is this dialogue? It doesn't even sound genuine or real.
Whoa. What the fuck? How can that be? I was in the bathroom. He shot that poor girl. I held up my hand. And then I was back here.
As he likely was. These pieces of time can frame us in
I
our
already
world.
heard this lecture.
From light to shadow. From color.
Now Kate is being hassled again. And if Victoria's phone rings, this is real.
Now,
Shit!
can you give me an example of a
Man, I
photographer
cannot
who
believe
perfectly
this.
captured the human condition in black and white?
Okay, if I'm crazy, I might as well go all the way.
Bueller?
Diane.
Can I
Arbus.
actually reverse
There you
time?
go, Victoria. Why Arbus? Why Arbus?
Because of her images of hopeless faces, you feel like totally haunted by.
Bueller?
I'm trying to rewind it to where I can, get the camera.
I did it.
Can you give
I
me an
actually
example
did
of a
it.
photographer who perfectly captured the human
human
condition
time
in black
machine.
and white? Anybody? Bueller?
Max, don't freak out. Not yet.
There you go, Victoria. Why Arbus?
Because of her
Keep it
images
together,
of
Max.
hopeless faces, you feel like totally haunted by the eyes of those sad mothers and
When I
children.
took my selfie, Jefferson
You saw
asked me a
humanity
question.
Tortured, right?
If he does
And frankly,
again,
it's
I'll
bullshit.
know this is for real.
Keep that to yourself. Seriously, though, I could frame any one of you in a dark corner and capture you in a moment of desperation. And any one of you could do that to me. Shh. I believe Max has taken what you kids call a selfie. A dumb word for a wonderful photographic tradition. And Max has a gift.
I know I'm not dreaming
Of course,
this.
as you all know, the
It's
photo
real.
There's
portrait
no
has
way this
been
dialogue
popular
even
in
sounds
the early
remotely
1800s.
genuine or sounds
Your
like it could
generation
So I
actually
can go
exist.
back in time.
Images for selfie expression.
What if that girl isn't dead
No
yet?
matter what time period this game is
The point
supposed to be
Can I save
set
her?
in,
Portraiture has
there's
always
no
been a
way
vital
it's supposed to
aspect
be
of art
real
and photography
sounding.
I
for
need to go to the
as long
bathroom
as it's
quickly
been
and
around.
check it out.
Now, Max, since you've captured our interest in...
I'm sorry, but I really have to use the bathroom.
Nice try, Max. But you're not gonna get away that easy. We can talk more after class. Is there anybody here
Shit.
who knows their stuff?
Jefferson wants to keep me after
Louis Daguerre
class.
was a French painter
And I
who
need time to
created
save that girl.
daguerreotypes, a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
Very good, Victoria.
What if I rewind
Anyone
it
who
and
uses
give me the right
the
answer?
term sad
People's
face,
faces, making them
yeah,
extremely
that is
popular from
obviously
the
going to be a
1800s
victim
onward.
of bullying
The first
in real
American
life.
daguerreotype. Max, since you've captured our interest and clearly want to join the conversation, can you please tell us the name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
The Daguerrean process, invented by a French painter named Louis Daguerre around 1830.
Somebody has been reading as well as posing. Nice work, Max. The Daguerrean process made portraiture hugely popular, mainly because it gave the subjects clear, defined features. You can learn more when you actually finish reading the assigned chapters. Max is so far way ahead of everyone. And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to
Yeah,
San
I don't
Francisco,
really
where
have
you'll
that
be
much
feted by the
talk
art world.
about
It's
it.
great exposure, and it can
Yeah,
kickstart a career in
here's another-
photography. So Stella
I mean, like in
and
terms of,
Alyssa,
you
get
know,
it
stuff that I
together.
know.
Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max,
There is
I see you
some
pretending
stuff
not
that
to
I
see me.
want to talk about.
Max, you are not
Like,
crazy.
Here's a hot
You are
take.
not dreaming.
I did not care for Mob
It's
Psycho.
time to be an everyday
It was
hero.
like, for me, it just completely sucked. Art style was garbage. It focused way too heavily on
I
the
see you, Max
comedy
Caulfield.
aspect,
Don't even think about leaving here until we talk about your entry.
and stuff. Like, it just, and
Never let one of
I just didn't
photography's
even
future
care too much about it.
I'm not avoiding, just
biding time, waiting for the
Like,
elusive
And the
right
story
moment.
made no
Exactly.
sense.
Max, don't wait too long. John Lennon once said that life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. Go on now. Don't let me
I
stop
have
you.
been playing some of The Wolf Among Us.
Yes, Victoria, you still have to do your homework this week.
Excuse me, Mr. Jefferson, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes. Excuse you.
No, Victoria. Excuse us. I'd never let one of photography.
I'm on top of it. I think John Lennon once said that life is what happens while you're busy making other plans.
Max, you're on fire today. All the right answers. Good. Make sure you finish working on it by today. I have faith in you.
Yeah, something that I hate about yard sales anymore is like how anymore stuff that they sell is
I hope
either
I have enough time to
broken,
get to the bathroom.
completely garbage,
Please.
reeks of
please.
pneumonia,
I
just
can't tell
screams out
anybody.
the words
think I'm
"I have
crazy."
bed bugs" or something like that, or some crap like that. Like it's you rarely ever find anything good or is actually in good condition.
hate that science class with those.
Okay,
There's
Max.
just
retrace
never anything
every
good.
step. I washed my face. I shredded my photo. Then the butterfly flew in. And I took a photo.
Butterfly effect.
Leave them out of this bitch.
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing
Ever
down!
Tell me
I'm
what to
too scared to get near this psycho.
sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would.
I need a
ever
hammer to break it
miss your
open.
punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
Holy shit, I can't let this happen. If I can reverse time again, I can help her.
Your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
Oh,
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away.
Oh, shit! No.
Gun.
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
No way.
Don't ever touch me again, freak!
There's no way she just easily, like, took down a
Another
guy
shitty day.
who was easily overpowering her with, not
That
just
did not
weapon-wise,
happen.
but strength-wise.
This cannot be real. I just
There's
saw a
just
girl
no
get
way
shot
that's
and
possible.
then saved her. What the fuck is going on? Do not freak out.
Hey, do you hear that fire alarm? That means you should be outside.
I had to use the bathroom.
Girls always use that excuse.
Excuse for what?
For whatever you're up to, your face is covered in guilt.
The alarm tripped me out.
Then trip on out of here, Missy. Or are you hiding something? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Madsen. The situation is under control. There's no emergency here. Leave Miss Caulfield alone, and please turn off that alarm since that's your job.
That security guard, he's kind of right for a lot of modern, like, people in school. Like, it's not just the women who do that.
Hold on, Max. Come back here.
It's like anyone can, like, have a reason to be in the bathroom during a fire alarm.
You look a little stressed out. Are you okay?
Like 90% of the
just
time,
a
it's
little
not
worried
for a
about
good
my
reason.
Future.
You're sweating pinballs. Is that all you're thinking about? You can always be upfront with me, Max.
But I'm gonna pause this
Or
game to
have
see,
you
like,
done something
how close
wrong?
I am.
Is
to
that it?
Reaching the 30-minute mark
Well,
of this video.
Max, talk
Okay,
to
I've
me.
got about 10 minutes left.
I just saw Nathan Prescott waving a gun around in the girls' room.
Nathan Prescott. You sure?
Yes, he was in the bathroom talking to himself with a gun. I saw everything. He was babbling like crazy.
Okay, slow down. Slow down. So now you saw this without him seeing you.
I was hiding behind a stall. I have the right to be there. It's the girls' room.
I know. I just want to be completely clear what happened. Mr. Prescott happens to be from the town's most distinguished family, and one of Blackwell's most honored students. So it's hard for me to see him brandishing a weapon in the girls' bathroom. So what happened next?
Then he left. I ran out here wondering what to do. Are you gonna bust him?
This is a serious charge. I'll look into the matter personally. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
To be honest,
That's
I
it?
highly doubt anything
After
will be
what I
done
told you?
We'll
judging by
continue this
how modern
discussion
schools work.
later in my office.
Heck,
Please go outside with the
like
rest of
I
the
saw
class,
somebody
Miss Caulfield.
literally brandishing a knife around
Of course, this
school
academic
one time
drone
whenever,
won't do
like,
anything,
close
since
to
the
my end,
Prescott family
close to the end of my
owns
school
Blackwell
career,
now.
and yet nothing was done about it. Like he was waving around a knife, being real flamboyant with it and everything, and just basically bragging that he had a knife. And yet nothing was done about it, about him literally bringing a weapon to school. Which, mind you, that is highly illegal in American society.
Please come to the front office. Thank you.
And as you can probably tell, I'm American.
Rachel Amber. She looks so hopeful and pretty. I wonder what happened to her. This day has been so insane.
Like, the
Everything
school
is
system in
happening
America is
too
just a
fast,
joke anymore.
and
Because,
none
like,
of it
you
makes
don't
any
even get
sense.
taught anything that's actually
visions,
necessary
this
for an adult,
power.
for your adult life.
I keep
um,
expecting to wake up one more time.
Like, there's just
but if this is a
countless
dream,
examples
then
of bullying
I'm not
that
asleep.
nothing ever gets done about, and yet they don't
Which
do
means
anything
somehow
about the bullying
did it
until
for one
the
time.
victim actually stands up for
So
themselves,
there has
and
to
then
be
the
a reason.
victim is the one who gets blamed
And
for
I
it
have
all.
to find out why.
Like, not trying to sound disrespectful or anything, but no wonder stuff like school shootings happen anymore. Because the school system is just a joke. I'm not trying to defend school shootings in any way, but I'm just saying, like, the school system is just a massive joke. And frankly, it's like school shootings kind of happen since there's literally nothing ever done, like, to prevent school shootings, because they don't do the proper faculty checks on the students or whatever, or people entering the school, and they just let teachers do whatever the heck they want.
Okay, I better get to my dorm and grab
Crap.
that
They
flash
don't even
drive.
like. I'm not saying like pat downs are necessary or whatever, but I'm just saying like at least thoroughly check if you suspect something. Like there's just no need to let kids just walking around basically just carrying anything that they want with little to no punishment. Heck, the highest punishment I've ever seen was like maybe a 2-week suspension. That's the highest punishment I've ever seen in school. Heck, a lot of times I would literally get a 2-week suspension for the most like random bullcrap that
believe I
literally
saw that girl
anyone
get
would
shot.
do. Like that any student at that time would do, and yet nobody else got in trouble for literally doing crap that, like, you know, that's actually worth a punishment.
Obviously can't go there.
Like, there's been countless examples of people bringing drugs, like weapons and crap like that, you know, stuff that clearly doesn't belong on school property to school, and yet nothing was ever done about it. Like, the school system is just a massive joke anymore.
Hi, Miss Grant.
Excuse me, Max. I know everybody loves being asked to sign a petition, but would you do Miss Grant a favor and hear me out?
Sure, I always have time for you. What's the petition?
David Madsen, our chief of security, wants to put surveillance cameras all
There's
around
just,
the campus.
like,
Halls,
there's
classrooms,
just no sense
gym,
in
dorm
how
rooms, etc.
relaxed
Blackwell Academy should be a
and
high
the
school,
obvious
not a high security
punishable
penitentiary.
offenses for school.
I guess
And yet,
cameras could have helped
they're
Rachel.
really harsh on the stuff that
I can see
shouldn't
both
even be
sides.
punished in
You're
the first
fair-minded,
place.
Max.
Heck,
And
I
we all
got
pray
like
Rachel
literally
is found
punished
safe and
just for
sound, bless her
doing
soul.
like work. Like
But
I've
this
literally
petition
got
isn't
punished
about
for
her.
doing schoolwork.
Blackwell Academy has a noble heritage.
What?
From the Native
Like if I'm not
Americans
supposed to
who
be doing
founded this
schoolwork,
land to
what's
the
the point of
pioneers
school?
who shared it in peace, not fear and violence.
The Native Americans?
The tribes who were here first, who welcomed the settlers. Both cultures found a mutual symbiosis and thrived. Now, before I assign you homework with this lecture, will you please sign the petition to keep our campus from going back to 1984?
Absolutely. I don't mind security, but not pure surveillance.
I knew you were my favorite new student at Blackwell for a good reason.
But yeah, like I would literally, like in where I was in school, like whenever I was in school, like they had stuff like where you could request classes and stuff. Like, you know, like, and you would try, like they say that they would try and put you in those classes, but like, they clearly weren't even trying and just put you in random bullcrap classes that no one even signed up for. That they clearly just put you in just because they needed the extra students in those classes. And yet, like they ended up putting me in classes with people of grade who are in lower grades than me. And yet I got rightfully upset about that. And yet somehow I was punished about that. For that,
I need to
for
go to my
their
room and return
obvious
one flash drive.
ignorance. Like, and they regularly checked, stuff, like they check, like, files regularly for students, and you know, like, and that stuff has, like, what grade they're in, and yet they tried to push off this false excuse and narrative that they didn't know what grade I was in, or whatever. Like, that stuff is obviously on file because I've seen that crap because of where it's accessible to students. And yet, how could they have
If I
not
told
known what
Warren
grade I was
going
in at
on,
that point?
Would he laugh?
Oh, look, it's Max Caulfield, the selfie hoe of Blackwell. What a lame gimmick. Even Mark, Mr. Jefferson, falls for your waif hipster bullshit. The Daguerrean process, sir. You could barely even say that. I guess you got your meds filled.
Okay, I'm definitely taking high offense to that because,
Since you
I've
know
also had
all the
mental issues
answers,
going on,
I guess you have to find another way into the dorm.
like
We
autism
ain't
and stuff.
moving. Oh, wait.
Even though
Hold that pose.
autism is more of a neurodivergency than a mental
So
issue.
original. Don't worry, Max. I'll put a vintage filter on it right before I post it all over social medias. Now, why don't you go fuck your selfie?
Oh yes, Victoria. I'll get your bony ass out of my way.
But yeah, this will be the end of my video. I really, I'm not really enjoying this game much. But yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Comment stuff like, I don't know, backpack if you want me to continue this series. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next part if there will be one. See you in the next part. Bye bye.